You wanna not talk out loud, right? Put your hand up. Okay. So like y'all be having a little technical difficulties with the camera. Right, but I'm going on the board here, right? We continue from last week where we was um breaking down the root words, what they mean, right? The words that make up the alphabet, what we what the world calls today the alphabet. For us will be the alphabet, right? The alphabet per se, right? We know the alpha come from alap. This right here. This is the figure of where the word alpha comes from, right? And ba for bayath is where they get the word bet. They say alpha bet. All right. And alap, where alpha came from, means cow. We went over that last week. And ba, where bet comes from, is really bayath. And it means tent. All right. Likewise, gamal, dalath, hana, wow, zayan, kawama, tana'a, yad, kap, lamad, mayam, nawan, samak, ayan, pa, tazad, kwam, ra'ash, shan, thou. All right. So we're currently on the board. If you want from a to ka, a to alap to kawama, you look for last week's class. And right now we are currently at ta for tana'a, which is tana'a is what is tana'a? Say it again. You want to say it properly. Say it like a regular good boy. That's good. Good. If you say it silly, you're gonna be doing 10 people. All right. Good. So tana'a is a basket, and you have to break down based on what we know of how the tana'a came about. Right. So last week we broke down how alap, meaning the cow, they were the things that were able to multiply into thousands of things. I can't remember which character we was doing. Right? I know we was doing something was running over and it came to meaning thousands of things. Okay? No problem. But we know that Allah, right? We got Allah. Let me put it over here. They put tana'a. Ta na a. Right? So we have tana'a, which is your basket. We have the na, which is nawan, which means sprout. And then we got a to mean alap. Alap, which means cow. Right? Now alap to alawap. Alawap means thousand. And that's how you say thousand in Hebrew, alawap. Oh, that was also running over how the word that we use for general in the Bible is alawap, because a general of an army, he's in charge of thousands of people. Thousands of people. Okay? Okay, so now you have thousands of things, many things. You put it into a plant that sprouts, right? That plant that sprouts is called a willow bush. That willow bush, you cut it, you dry it, it becomes straw. It becomes straw, and you turn and you weave those straws into a basket. All right? Tana'a. Put your hand down. Huh? What's this? Lie down. You use the you want to use the bathroom first? How do you say the bathroom? How do you say you want to pee? P. There we go, right? P. Right? Sha, tha, yan. Sha, tha, yan. How do you say I want? Very good. Say it again. Awa. All right. So awa is want. Right. Let's put it over here. Let me put it right. Want. Right. Want is awa. All right. Okay. So now we're gonna try to work with the simplest as we can. Shabbatak, right? So in Spanish, you could say me quiero, to say me want. Or if you just say quiero, right, to say want, right? You start off with saying quiero, say want, quiero baño, want to use bathroom. Right? So in the same manner, we're not gonna say awa, we're just gonna say awa. Awa. Right? So you're gonna say awa shatayan. Stand up. Amar Shabbat. Say it again. Awa. Fix your mouth. Mm-hmm. Awa. Mm-hmm. Sha. Shataya. Shatayan. Shatayan. All together now. Awa shatayan. Very good. So that's what you're gonna say when you want to pee. All right. Good. Lie down and go sleep. All right. Yeah.
If I make sure the I is automatically, and you said I want.
No, I'm just teaching you how to say a phrase.
If I don't say I want.
You probably say Anya. You could say awa, but you know, I see. When we read a Sabbath service, we go by convenience of the mouth. It's like today. I mean, it's a long time to say, "Do you know what I mean?" So we just say, "Nah, I mean." We see all slangs through the Bible. Right? You know, sometimes you don't say, "I see many, many men." When Moses saw the armies coming, he said, "I saw ayash. I saw a man." That was like a slang in the Bible. Yeah, you know what I mean? Black culture, you know what I mean? God. Okay. Good. So we got the Tana'al basket. Okay. Many things, thousands of things in a straw. Straw comes from a plant that has sprouted, right? You put these many things into this plant thing, right? And you make a basket. You put these things into this plant basket, all right? Good. Okay. Good. Your hand, yard. Right? We got for yard, we got the yard to say yard, which is your hand, of course, right hand. And then we got the da for dala, right? Which is a door. Now the thing that what I'm doing right now is I'm hypothesizing. There's no real rules to this thing, right? But this thing that we're doing is based on the doctrine, and you can have to prove things with the doctrine. And through the doctrine of UPK, we can prove all things. The whole purpose of the scripture saying prove all things, because if you're not in here and you try to prove something with the Bible, with the word of God, if you cannot prove it through the doctrine that you have, it's incorrect. It's the reason why Captain Desire wins all of his battles, because he's in the truth. Okay? And with the doctrine that Captain Desire has, he can break anyone else's doctrine that's based on the Bible. He can knock out anybody else's doctrines who's based on nonsense. Okay? Good. But Pastor said, yo quiero. Yo quiero. But then I hear Spanish people say, brothers who speak Spanish, they'll say, quiero agua. Or, quiero boy, mi casa. They'll say, won't go, or quiero ir a mi casa. Right? To say, won't go in my house. You know what I mean? So that's what I was saying about Patazar, right? Because when people speak it, it's different than the rules in Spanish. I get the rules in Spanish. I'm talking about when you speak it. Right? In Hebrew, we got things that we say in that Bible that do not go according to rules. They go according to the culture of how we spoke. If you want more examples of that, just look up Sibolet or Shibolet. There's a phrase in the Bible called Shibolet where brothers wrote how they spoke. There was a question that was asked of Pharaoh to say, how old are you? He didn't say, how in Hebrew. How in Hebrew, right? How in Hebrew is the same way as how you say how in Spanish. Como. You see what I mean? Como. Or rather, ma. That's how you say how in Spanish. It is how in Hebrew. Kama. Right? Maybe the como came from kama. Kama. Right? That's how you say how in Spanish. Como, right? And how you say how in Hebrew, kama. Right? Now, when you read the let me show you what I'm talking about. It's in Genesis, right? It's in Genesis 47. Oh, you want to get it from me? Probably sure. It's Genesis, go to Genesis 47. I think it's 47 and 8. So if I might be not remembering correctly.
What are we looking for?
We're looking for where somebody asked I don't know if it was Joseph or somebody asked Pharaoh how old he was. Verse 8, there we go. Okay.
The book of Genesis, chapter 47, verse 8. And Pharaoh said unto Jacob, how old art thou?
Right. So Pharaoh asked Jacob, how old are you? Why? Because black don't crack. So he's like, y'all gotta ask me your age. Shabbat up. Get up from there. Lie down over there. Or we're gonna sit in the back and do push-up position. Sit over there. Lie down. Okay. So here right up there. Oh, you got it on the board. There we go. Right? There we go. Perfect. Right? Okay. That page you have was just better. The page with the Hebrew. Yeah. I'll probably share that, right? Right there. So I can see you. Okay, good. Right. How is the station on the StreamYard? Oh, there we go. All right. So if you see right here, verse 8 right here, right? It begins the same with Wa, Ya, Amar. Wa means and, Ya means he, and Amar means said. It is Parai, right? A little bigger. I'm going to get a little bigger. Parai. That right near the bottom of the screen. Oh, that's good. That's good right there. Right? Parai means Pharaoh. Right? Al means unto. And it says Yai Kwa. Ya means he. Iquab means your heel. Right? Ya means he. Iquab is the heel of your foot. That's how Jacob got his name. Iquab. Right? Because he was holding onto the foot of Esau. To say he heel. Now that again, that goes into how we make Israelite names according to our culture, Hebrew names. Right? It didn't say he. The name is not Yah Quak Kai Quak to say he hold heel or he hold Esau's heel. Right? But he did hold on to the heels of Esau. And you named him heel. To say the heel of your foot. Right? So you asked Jacob this. Yaquab is Jacob. Come on. The same come on we got on there. I thought we didn't have it in there. It's there. Right? Come on. Like come on is como. That's where como come from. Come on. To say how. Right? Ka is like. And ma is what? Right? Like what? That's how the word how came about. Right? And it says, Yum.
If I may, sir, in Creole,
Mm-hmm.
is Kuma.
Oh, say it again.
K-O-U.
K-O-U. Oh, K-O-U. K-O-U.
M-A-N.
M-A-N.
Kuma.
Kumar. Mm-hmm. It's how.
Similar in French as well, which is Koma. C-O-M-M-E-N-T.
And then a C-O. Oh, yeah, come on. It's what's that thing that was it? Come on, civil play. So what does that mean? Come on, civil play. Civil play, please, right? How, please. Okay. Come on. Okay, yeah. Come. Okay. Come on, Kumar. Right? Good. All coming from Kama. So you know we got Hebrew. Listen to take the Haiti now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Come. You know what I mean? And then that French spelling is crazy. You know what I mean? How do you get that? There's no na sound in come on in French, and there's no ta sound in come on. French people are making things up. French people need to learn some Creole. Creole is the guy closest to the Hebrew. You know what I mean? Come. Okay. And it says kama yamya. Right? Yamya is to say yumyan. Right? Yumyan days. And shanya is to say shun yum days. No. So yamya is days, right? Because yum is the sea, right? The sun goes into the sea, and shun is your teeth, right? If you're small in years, you have baby teeth. If you're 5, 6, your teeth fall out. You're about 5, 6, your teeth was falling out, right? If you have fully grown teeth, then you're an adult. If you have some fully grown teeth and some still baby teeth or falling out teeth, then you're about your teens, your late teens. Your side teeth is still out. If you're an older man and your teeth is falling out, then we know that you are late in years. Right? Shun is your teeth. We're gonna get there soon, right? Shun. Right? Shun is your teeth. And this word for teeth has become the word for years. Right? So he's saying Pharaoh's not asking himself, because Yah by himself will mean to ask by himself. But it's trying to tell you how they spoke. Right? Years is Shan Yum in the Bible. Right? If I'm getting it correctly. Yum Yum is days, plural. Right? But it's saying how they spoke. It might just be a thing of how they spoke. When people speak fast in a conversation, instead of saying yum, they might just say yum. Yum shanya. Right? Yum shanya kaya yaka. Right? And that kaya yaka, the end is life. Okay? So this is the real life question of being posed in the Bible. How old are you? Kama yum. You could say just like this too. It's from the Bible. Brothers recording, what they heard and what said to them, right? Kama yamya shanya kayayaka. A little bit of a stretch, you know what I mean? But you can note it down. You can write it down in your notes to say, this is how you say, how old are you in the Bible? You can write it down. You absolutely could. Genesis 47 and 8. Right in your notes. Genesis 47 and 8 is, how old are you? Okay, good. We'll keep going with the lesson plan. Okay, we got for hand, we got the Yah, right? Remember, we got the cup down here. The cup, this cup is to say the palm of your hand. You took it down, right? And string up, yeah, take it down, Marusha. We got the cup to say the palm of your hand, right? When you see the figure cup, the lines in your hand is the same figure that's in the drawing here, right? You try a little bigger for the screen, right? Ka, pa, right? Slap ka, right? You see this car right here. Make sure you get this sheet from your camp leader too. All right. Looking at the ka, right? Looking at this right here. This figure right here is the lineaments of the palm of your hands. That's all this is. Right? Lineaments, right? This figure right here, the yard, right? It's your hand doing this. We're looking at the difference in your hand and then they put a line to say which part they're talking about. We're talking about this part right here. Okay? And clock, yard, Zarawai. This is your Zarawai right here. It's your Shakam. I believe this is your Iraq. Right? Your bed is your Zakwan. Chest is Kazakh. Right? Fingers Atazabai. Right? Pa, we're gonna go over Pa in a minute. We're gonna go over Ayan, which is the eye. We're not gonna do up. We're not gonna do the rest of these to the quick synopsis. Up, your nose up. Was kept in Azania's name. Azan, ears of the Lord. Azan. All right. Here, Shire. It's right here in English. And put an S in front of that. Shire for your hair. Okay? Good. Okay. Yard, the lot could be you bring this into your home. Right? How do you bring things into the door of your home? With your hands. That's how things get into your house. It gets in there, not by your feet. It doesn't get there with your armpits. It gets there with your hands. Right? You carry things in your arms and you bring them into the doors of your place, or the doors of any place. Doors of a building. Might not be your tent. Maybe that's why it doesn't say tent, because you could bring it to a door of any place. You could bring it to the door of a cave. You could bring it to the door of an establishment, to the doors of a school, into the doors of a kitchen area. Okay, good. Right? Could be something else. Or just we gotta learn. We push it through the lessons so we learn things. All right. Good. The palm of your hands. Right. We got the car. Right. We got the car. That car, if you the same cup, I'll pin it down up. If you have any questions online about this, please. Right. Don't go shy to have things on the board. Cup.
Still up?
Yeah, it should be up. Two. Cup is the palm of your hand. Right? And then pa, we got the pa right here, right? To say your mouth. Pa to say your mouth. Right? To say what? This is how, if the yard is how things get into your door, your pa is how things get into your mouth. You see what I'm saying? That part is saying what you eat. Your pa, no, it's like it. Your pa, this is your pa. Your cup is how things get into your pa. Right? You get a fruit, you get an orange or apple, or a chicken leg. You put it into your cup. The water. Into cup. Yeah, right? Cup.
My young.
You know what I mean? We got Mayam in the cup. Here's a cup. Right? You put the cup in your cup, and you put the cup in your cup to your pot.
Oh, a cup of Mayam.
Yeah, cup of Mayam in pa. Pa means in. Pa. Cup. Mayam. Pa.
Ah. You have to drink to Mayam, please.
Yeah. Sit down. You like that? Or you want to sit down in the chair? All right. Good. Okay, we're gonna stand. Let's keep pushing, all right? Okay? What's that? Lamana Kataya. 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 Ka. La. We want to do la, right? La. La. Man. Lamad means to learn. Okay? But Lamad means to learn. We're going to have the, for Hebrew, we write from right to left. So we start here, La. Right, from the right. Then we go Ma, going this way, Ma. Right? And then we got the Da. Right? We have Lamad. Lamad, to say learn. We have the Mayam. To say water. And then we got the Da to say Dala. Dala is a door. All right? What does this mean? Again, that's crazy. I don't know. Don't know what this means. What I do know is when we learn something, we learn it indoors. We learn it in a school. It could be, indoors. We'll see and check it out. Right? Indoors, right? Indoors. I don't know what my young could be. I don't know. I know. Lamad. Learn. To learn. I'm trying to figure out what the Mayam in learn could be. One time, General Kabbalah was teaching us a class when might have been a trooper officer 50, and he was saying Shamayam is heaven, right? And in Shamayam, right, we have the word Shamayam, Mayam, and this is how we apply the doctrine of what we learn to this thing, right? Sha means pertaining to. Pertaining to. Our brother called him. I hope he's not calling to say we got no sound.
Yes. Sure.
Okay, we do got sound. All right. Pertaining to, and then water, Mayam will be water, right? And this is again black slang to say, it's easy. It's like water. It's like butter. But if life is hard, then you would say, damn, I feel, what they say? Something like I'm kicking rocks, or what the thing they say when they say life is hard? Oh, damn, we hit rock bottom. You see what I'm saying? Or they say something like it's tough. Life is tough. And then you have life is easy. It's easy as water, right? When you don't know something, it's hard to learn. Hard to learn. It's difficult. It's hard. It's tough. But when you learn it, it becomes easy. Easy. Brother, Brother usually sits there. You know what I mean? It flows. Come. It's flowing. That's true too. You know what I mean? You learn something, you're running into bumps in the road. Right? There's a rock in the way. Right? But then if you got it, you know what I mean, we're flowing easy on this thing we're doing now. Ain't that right? Flows and doors open. It flows through. I can see that. You know what I mean? Okay. And then learn. So we learned it. Right? We learned it. It's not easy. And because we learned it, now we opening more doors. You know what I mean? Good. All right. Learned it because to say we know it. All right? Good. Okay? All right? Good. By the way, no in Hebrew is die. You got names like Yediah. You know what I mean? Yah say he, die say no, and Yah say he knows God. All right? Back in the world, a lot of the Hebrews were Christians and Muslims, and then Muslims had a book called the Hadith to say knowledge. Right? Remember, Arabic is the son of Hebrew. It's one of the bastard sons of Hebrew. Arabic is the bastard son of Hebrew. Right? And that ha is to say the, and that deep is to say die. With the th on the end, turns die from no to die into knowledge. All right? Okay, good. Okay. What's next? Love Ma. And then we got Mayam next, right? Let's go get Mayam. There's a reason why I do something like this in the school. In the school is where the Holy Spirit is. If I do this at home, I might not get this. You know what I mean? But when you're stuck at home looking at the paper, like, what the hell am I looking at? You come to the school, two or more are gathered in my name, there I am. And all of a sudden, I come into school, I have questions at home. I bring my questions to class. My questions get answered before I even ask the general. I come in with a list of questions I have in a week. It's a practice that we gotta do for everybody online, right? You have something, you have a question you wake up in the morning. You got a question about the Bible, about the God, or about our King, or our situation. You write it down in the notes of your phone. You get to class, the journal asks you, do you have any questions? You go into your notes and you pull out that question. All right, if you see me being annoying on the Thursday classes with all my questions, it's because that's what I do. I was taught to do that by Captain Katazar since I was a trooper. Because a hungry dog has to make noise to be fed. If you make no noise, you do not get fed. All right? You got to take milk before you can eat meat. All right? And ask me questions, man. Get that meat, get that milk. All right? Good. Lamad Mayam. Okay, so we got Mayam next, right? Mayam. Mayam is water. Okay? We got Ma and Yam. Okay? Okay? Notably, right? If you could break down Mayam right quick. As it taught was by General Kabbalah when he was troopers. Again, from Shamayam. He broke down Shamayam. And I believe it's in the papers. One of these worksheet papers we got here, right? Not in here. I might have it online. I might have it on file. Let me see if we can find it on file. Right? But basically, right? Ma is out. And Yam is a seed. All right? Ma is of or Ma of is from the sea. Mayam is from the sea. Okay. Let me see if I can pull up the Hebrew sheet right quick. I got everything organized, right? I got my files from. Oh, here we go. There we go. This is what General Kobanov gave us when he was a trooper. Right? He gave us a list of these prepositions. Is I, ba is in. Now these are at the beginning of the word. Prepositions sit before a noun to show noun relationship to another word in the sentence. Right? Is I, as in parium. That's how you make names. How we make names, guys. We don't put ah, then space, then parium. We put ah, parium. I am fruitful. Okay? There's no spaces in the Hebrew name. All right? There's no space when you write them. There's no space between a preposition and the word. Ba means in, as in ba ra'ashya, right? Da as a preposition is do. Ha is the. Wa at the beginning of a word, as a preposition at the beginning of a word. Wa is and. Ya at the beginning of a word. Ya is he. Ya at the end of a word does not mean he. Ya at the beginning of a word. Ya means he, like ya iquab. Ya iquab, he. Or ya sharala. Ya meaning he, Shar meaning prince, Allah meaning God. He is the prince of God. Right? Ya like Yashamayala. Yashamayala. Right? Say Ishmael. He heard God. Right? Good. Ka at the beginning of a word. Ka is like, as a like. La is to. Ma is of, which we're looking at right now. For ma yum, of or from. Sha, which is, which, whom, or pertaining to, such as Sha Mayam, that which is or pertaining to water, right? That which is pertaining to water, right? The at the beginning of a word, to say thou, thee, meaning you. The at the beginning of a word, as a preposition to mean you. And you put the thou or thee to say thou or thee in Hebrew comes from the thou. That's why he said that thou or thee in the King James Version in the English. Right? English is born out of Hebrew. That's why that thou and thee is there. Right? Because that's how you would say it in the Old English before it was changed to you. Okay? Good. Okay? Good. Oh, and he gave an example from the law, Exodus 20 and 4. La'ah, tha, Aisha, meaning not, you, do, as a fact. So Aisha means do or make. Same way as up here. Da means do or make. Aisha is just a word for it. Da is just a preposition for it. It's interchangeable, all right, depending on how you're wording your sentence. Right? There's many ways to word your sentence. Right, but in Exodus 20 and 4, La'ah, tha, Aisha. Very good. That's the best example you could ever get. You could ever ask for in life. Right? Good. Good. Right? Mayam. Right? We got the yard. So we're gonna start with the yard, the yum first. Right? Ya in here because I'm starting here because that's what the yum is the origin of Mayam. Say the sea, right? You got your hands. You got your hand or your arm, your hand, right? Your hands, right? You put you go into the space called the sea, called the yum, and from there you're putting water. Remember, I always go backwards to investigate. You put the mayam, which is the water, into your hand, right? Into your hands or by your means of your hands. And when you do that from the sea, you take it to your spot, and then you have water in another place. Now you have water at your house because you don't carry it from one water to another water, right? It could be something deeper than that. It could say, oh, the Lord's hand brings the water from the sea to the stream. It could be deeper than that. It could be the Lord's hands, the Lord's hand or his arm, his reach. He makes water evaporate from the sea, and by his hands he carries it in the clouds to rain on you. It could be that, right? But I'm just going by the simplistic overview, right? Water. You see the big water, the ocean in the middle of the Arabian desert, the land of Canaan. How do I get water to show you here? I go there, I put it in a jar in my hand, I scoop the seawater, and in my hand, I carry it back to you and show you that I've got water. From one water, the body of ocean, the water, the yam, to say, see, I carry it to you to say, look what I got. I got this from the sea. All right, good.
You got Officer 5,000 out of boys. Can you send all those new words again, Officer?
Say it again?
Say, can you send all those new words?
Can I send?
I'm not sure what it means.
Can
Can you explain what you mean by that? Can you send?
Can I send?
Maybe he's talking.
Can you send all
those words in the phone?
Oh, okay.
Preposition.
Okay,
Is that what you mean, Officer Madabo? Are you talking about the preposition that also?
He probably wants me to send it to him. You got also if I could, sir, right? Just if you could message me your email address. I can send this to you again. He's saying to send it again because we had these when we was coming up.
Okay.
Me and also Madaba was in the same classes back in the day. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
God. Just I can email already. This is our email, right?
Text.
I don't know if you can text it. I'll try. Good, man. Well, I know. I got it by email. Okay, so Cuddle Con, so I'll send it to you after class is over, sir. Right. Let's keep pushing. Cause I know we're gonna be short on the time. We're gonna end the class early, right? What's the time today? What we're sure
It's 8:20 now.
Okay, come.
19.
Come. Okay, no one is sprout. Let's get the na, and then the wa, and then the na. Okay. We got no one. Hey, Shabata. I see you making a lot of noise over there. Come sit down in the chairs in the front over here. We don't know if for you. So we got no one to say sprouts. We got the wawa to say fish hook. The fish hook. And then we got sprout again. And these ones are not too deep. Shot one, I'm shot one's online, right? I know you wanted us to cover the names of the nations, right? But we started this thing last week. I wanted to run through these, right? And there's class this week, right?
Yeah. I can see him on the.
Okay, we're gonna see him. It's okay. We're gonna see him. It's okay. You know what I mean? But maybe next week. Maybe he'll be in the next week, and we can cover the thing. He is there. We can big up shot one. Right? Big up shot. He wanted us to go over the name of the nations. We'll go over that the following week. I just want to keep on going with the thing that we started last week, right? In the world, I had a bad habit of not finishing what I started, and through the UPK, I've been made to finish what I start. All right, it's the reason why people's garments get done. You know what I'm saying? Because I do be feeling to quit halfway, right? Well, that's the world. We quit halfway in the world. Remember Shabbat. Strong to the finish. Did I teach you that earlier? Strong to the finish. All right, good. Well, General Muhammad would say, forge ahead. Where he would teach us about the brothers in One West back in the day when people tried to make the school forge ahead. But that's Gaffawan's name in Atlanta. There's a new officer called Gaffawan. His name is based off the River Gihon. Gaffawan or Gayapawan. The Gihon is Gayapawan. His name is Gaffawan. To say forge ahead. All right, good. Okay. Now one fish hook, sprout, fish hook, sprout, right? So we got to we're gonna plant. Right? The idea is that this plant is a seed. Right? We got a little seed, plant the seed in the ground, right? We got grass on the ground. This seed sprouts a root.
Whoa.
You see it? And it sprouts another root. And when it sprouts roots, it develops into a plant. Right? Right? A plant.
Whoa.
Right? Or a tree.
Whoa.
Right? Maybe it's more like a leaf, right? Make it more like a leaf. All right? They sprout. The seeds sprout the roots, plants. All right? Good. We get the whole idea, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we sprout a plant, right? The fish hook could be the branches, right? It sprouts seed, you know, it puts out branches. That wawa is to say branches. Remember, a wawa is a fish hook that you throw to catch fish. All right? You get the wawa from the tree that sprouted these branches. Okay? Go ahead, Shabbat.
Can I come up and draw
No. Say again?
come up and draw up a seed that grows into a tree?
After class. Yeah, you can do it after class, right? Okay? Good. So branches come from the branches where you get the fish hook from. It comes from a plant that's sprouted. It grows these branches and it becomes a whole another plant.
Oh.
Right? It could have branches, have seeds that create other seeds to sprout. All right. It could be the whole agriculture lesson in there. See, sprouts, it grows branches. That's not why is a branch. It's a stick, right? That's made from a branch, right? And that branch also has fruit that falls on the ground and sprouts other seeds. By the way, Noah is the name of Joshua's dad out of Egypt. All right, Joshua's dad out of Egypt. He was one of Mashah's top men, Moses' top men, and he took over after Moses died. All right, Joshua, who led us back into the land. So Joshua is the man who led us. He was an Ephraimite too, a so-called Puerto Rican. He led us after the revolutionary Haitians in the ancient BCs. Right, they led us out of Egypt. Puerto Ricans took up the baton. And led us into the so-called Middle East, the Arabian Peninsula, right? To unalive all of the Africans that was on the land, so the land could now be ours, right? Puerto Ricans did that in history. Ancient Puerto Ricans and ancient Haitians worked together to get our race from slavery to freedom. Say it again.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's real black history. That's real Latino history. That's Negro history. If you are an African American man, you was freed by Haitians in Egypt. You know what I mean? And you was set free by Puerto Ricans in the Middle East. Right? To have freedom. That's a fact. Okay? Good. So right? I think from the flower, where did the tea come from in the flower? In the plant? Is it flower?
Seed.
Yeah, seed, right?
Some plants, flowers, the seeds is inside the flower.
The seed is inside the flower, right? I know trees are different. Trees will have branches and they have flowers also. And then I don't know where the fruit comes from. The fruit comes from somewhere on the branch. Yeah.
Fruit will come from the. You saying fruit?
Yeah. So say if you got an orange tree. I know orange trees they do have these little flowers on there sometimes. You know what I mean? They have these little flowers. They have the orange because remember they get pollinated. they get pollinated and the tree get pregnant and have these seeds. They have these you know, the thing grows on the tree. The orange starts out green, and then it's like these little yellow flowers on orange. Let me pull up an orange tree. Put a picture of orange trees flowers. You know what I mean?
I knew that.
Again, question, please.
I saw the orange tree flowers, and when I was watching the movie show about the oranges.
Very good. Very good. So now you know what we're talking about. You have the tree. Before it grew, there was no orange tree. But there was just grass, right? And Lippy was walking in the grass, right? And it was just ground. And one day, the seed grew this orange bush, like a big bush, right? And on these bushes, you have these branches. And these branches, they grow an orange fruit. In those fruits are seed, right? And when that orange and with the seed in it falls on the ground, it grows more orange trees. All right? Go ahead, Betazar.
If I may, so it says here, a detailed explanation.
Oh, share, Uncle. 1 second, share. All right. Okay.
It says,
Uh-huh.
a detailed explanation, the life cycle. Make sure.
Okay.
Orange trees produce blossoms, and some of these blossoms develop into fruit.
Uh-huh.
Not all blossoms fruit. Other blossoms will turn into fruit. Many will fall off the tree.
Uh-huh.
Fruiting. Blossoms that remain on the tree and develop into fruit will continue to grow, maturing over several months depending on the
Huh. Okay.
picture.
They show a picture, huh? And that's the orange tree. There's some of these flowers blossom. Some flowers fall off, but the flowers that stay, the flower itself becomes the fruit. Is that what they're saying?
Some of the blossoms turn into fruit.
Oh, makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Blossoms that remain on the tree and develop into fruit will continue to grow.
Uh-huh. Okay, good. So we got Na, right? Is the seed sprouting roots. It sprouts a plant. It becomes tall like a fish hook. A branch. That branch, those branches branch a flower, and that flower becomes a fruit that sprouts another plant. Good. Let's keep going. Lamana sa, right? We got sa, samak, lamana sa, mak. Maybe I use two-sided boards, right? Samak. Samak means establish. Establish, right? Let's get these sa. We got sa, ma, and ka, right? Sa, ma, and ka. Samak, right? Which is essentially the shape of a flag. It means establish. Establish, right? Establish. And then we got Mayam. Mayam to mean water. And then we got Kap, which is the palm of our hand. Kap is the palm of our hand. Okay. Shako, what you got there? Yes, is all. We're trying to establish the place. The idea is that we put in our flag there, right? Putting our flag there by the palm of our hand, I suppose. The Mayam, where would the Mayam be? I don't know. Where would the Mayam be here? We get the flag. Yeah.
Cities are usually established by large bodies of waters.
That's true. That's a fact. Yeah. It's in the book of Josephus, the same thing. Okay. Got a hand by water. I'm gonna take it. We get our hands. There's a river, Shabbatai. Put a flag there. Establish a city. Yeah, that's right. Give it the whole time. We put our hands. I think also people they might even touch the ground and see if the ground is moist. And they might even start something there because it might be like a well there. But you know, the ground's moist, and so we can plant things here. I think that's so right on. I mean, okay. So you put your hands to see if there's water there and build a city there. Only if we can get that in the book of Josephus too. Go at Shabbatai.
I know how to draw a river.
Very good. You're gonna show me after class. You're gonna show me a tree on the ground with roots getting water from the river.
Okay.
Okay, can you do that for me? Are you sure? We'll see. Okay. Okay. So hands, water, right? Hand, water, hands, feel water, or there is water, and then we build a city. Build city. Okay.
Oh,
NYC, just like New York, right? The native Indians was already here because they found this place has a lot of water here. You have the Bronx River coming down from upstate. You got Manhattan surrounded by the East River and the Hudson River. You got Brooklyn, New York. Got a river going through they call it, it's the white area. I don't know the white areas. The Gowanus Canal. Manhattan had a river on the Canal Street. They built over the river.
So they made like a pipe so the water can go under the road.
Well, a river was there, and they built over the river, so that's like a tunnel with water in it. So they have boats that go under the water in Manhattan that you'll never see.
Like submarines or something?
No, just boats, just like we're inside, right? Imagine there's a water inside, and there's a river right here, and I can jump over the river to the other side of the class with the water in here, like that. It's like that under the ground down there because they built over it. You understand? There you go, right? Okay. Okay. Say it again? No.
Two?
Soon. Okay, so I'm gonna erase Tana'ah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You know your alphabet, Shabbatai?
Perfect.
Yeah, stand up. Say it nice and loud. Right there. You don't want camera? Okay, go on camera. Go on. Good. Go on.
Abadana. Hawa Zaka Taya Kalama Nasa Ipa Zaza Wa Shasa.
Good. Very good. Give him a hand. There we go. Right. Good. Your Shabia. No. Your Shabia means to sit. You can put it down. Hey, young man. Your Shabia. You know what your shab means? Shab means sit. Shab. Sit. Okay? You know what imadium means? Imad. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Shabbat right now. Good. What did you just do? Imagine. What did you just do? Imad means to stand. Shabbat means rest.
But how do you stand in rest?
By putting your hands behind your back, so you can rest. You can rest your back by planting your feet out and resting your hands onto the arch of your back. Okay, you wanna go pee? How do you say you want to pee in Hebrew? No. How do you say want? Wow, good. How do you say pee?
Sha.
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 Sha. Shata. Shatayan. Awa. Awa shatayan. Awa. Good. I'm having you say that so you can remember it, right? Awa shatayan. All right. 8:39. 8:39. Okay, cut. Okay. Okay. La manasa I. La manasa I. Ayan. Ayan. Which is your I. Okay. We have I. Yan. Right. We have no one. No one. We have the yard. And then we have the ayan. Yes. Look, we're connected on these, right? One, Samak, we're connected on them, right? Yeah. I guess it could be biology, right? It could be there are sprouty nerves in your eyes. I don't know. Ayan. Yep. Sprout, hand, eye. One. Give you a chance. I mean,
Hands, the fruit of your hands will come from your vision.
Maybe not come from. I can definitely see. You can only put your hand to the fruit if you can see it. You can definitely see that. It might be, what you can do. You can't see in the dark. You can't do anything in the dark because you can't see. You know what I mean? Definitely. I could definitely see that. Right? Right? You can grow things. Right? Do things with your hands because you can see it. If you're blind, you don't do things anymore. I could definitely see that. Definitely see that. Right? So we grow things. We grow and make with our hands, grow and make with our hands because we can see. Because we can see, right? Ion is eye, right? We did yard is hands, the one is sprout, right? Good. The manasa, I, ha. The manasa, I, ha. Right? Ha. Ha is mouth. Okay, so we got pa, and then we got ha. Right? Ha is mouth, and ha is to say, Ana, behold. Behold. Okay. So behold means you see a thing. You see an apple. You see you see a veg, you see a broccoli. You see something lawful. You behold it. You see a cow, you behold it, you look at it, you hunt it. You see a tiger, you see a pig, you behold it, oh, I see it as a pig, I see it as a tiger. It's unlawful, I don't eat that. We're not gonna be watching that. That's not what we're looking at. We're looking at the cow over there. Delicious, yum, yum. We beholding the sheep. Behold, the mountain goat. We're gonna try to catch it. Behold it. Look at it. We say, hey, look, there it is. There's a fella right there. You ready? Arrows. Get your arrows ready. Ready? But I'm doing this because this will behold it. Behold is your hand doing this. Right? It's no different than a magician who says, da, behold, behold. Right? You behold it. And then you're gonna go eat it. Right? All right. They have it in sight. Right? And you're gonna look to eat it. Okay, good. Lamanasa I pa taza. Tazad. Right? Tazad is your side. Right? The tazah here is the sa here. And the da here is the da here. Okay? Tazad, right? Okay? Got a tazad. We know that the tazah is the figure of a man, right? On his side. Lined up. It's like that, right? They used to write it like this. Right? It's a man on his side, right? Right? Of course, where is he lying on his side? You go in, if you go into the door of his tent and you see a man in there, he's not standing up in there like a robot. Usually you go into the door of a man's tent. He's in there lying down on his side. He's lounging on his couch. He might be lying down in bed. When he's indoors, he's lying down. If you go inside a man's house and he's sick, he's not outside because he's sick. He's inside because he's sick. Doing what? Lying down. Right? So we got the dalaf. Dalaf to say indoors. Indoors. Right? And then indoors, there's a man on his side, on his tazah. On his side. All right? Good. The manasa I pa tazah. Kwa, ra, sha, sa. We got 4 more. Do we have time for 4 more after that? Ooh, rough one. It's 5 minutes. Yeah. Taza. La manasa pa taza. Kwa, ra, sha, sa. Let's see if we can do it right quick. These ones should be quick, right? We're gonna rush over these ones. So of course, we have until Christ returns to teach. And when Christ returns, we obey the Most High and do what we should do, and we get mercy for the work that we do under the Most High in Christ. We should survive. And if Christ returns, we'll just teach it when Christ is here. You know what I mean? You know, when we are by ourselves and Christ brings us to some place to go train, and we're by the Spirit when we're eating, as we're going to war. The manasa I pass tazah. We put the kwa, ra, sha, and tha. Knock them out right quick, yes, all right? Right? Kwa is for kwam. Ra is for ra'ash. Sha is for shan. We went over this earlier with the years, shan. And we got thou. Thou is an X. X marks the spot. Mark the spot, right? X marks the spot. That's how you write thou, a mark. Like you're marking X on a treasure map. Sha, you're drawing 2 fronts. T, this is T. All right? right? Ra'ash, you're drawing the head of a person, right? The head of a person, right? Head, chin, and neck. Palm, right? Palm means rise. It is the figure of the sun rising, right? So put, right? It's rising over where? The sun is rising over the waters. Mayam is water, right? Mayam. Mayam, water, right? Kwam is to say rise, right? Right? The sun, the big sun, rising above the waters on the horizon, rising over the water. That's the Kwam. Good. Ra'ash, right? Ra'ash. Okay. Teeth, head of a cow, head, I don't know. All right. Let me go back and come to that, right? Good. We got na one. Right? The teeth sprouts out of your gums. Right? The teeth sprouts out of your gums. Right? When your gums sprout, they have these teeth in there, right? They have the sun in your mouth, right? Teeth. Okay? Obviously. Your shabby. Right? Bow is a mark. Bow to say mark. Give me 5 push-ups. Right? Bow. Wow. Wow. Good. Wow. Push-up. You running? Are you running? Give me 5 more push-ups for running. Okay, I'm counting Hebrew. Ra'ash, X marks the spot. When you get a stick, you want to mark a treasure. You say, "Hey, I put a little cross there, and I put a stick into the ground." You say, "X mark the spot where I hid the treasure." Hit the treasure with a mark, and I put another branch there to stick out of the ground. Another tree. I might have put a tree there. I might have planted a little unusual, star fruit tree. Unusual to this area. I just planted it there to say, this is where I hid the treasure. I put this branch there. I put this tree there. I put a stick there. That's going to remain there for years. I dig a hole and put a stick there. Good. Right? X marks the spot. Right? The teeth go out of your gum. They sprout out of your gums. Right? Kwam. Right? Over the waters. The sun rises in the horizon. Ra'ash. Right? We have Ra'ash, which is Ra'ash. Ra'ash is your head. Alak is a cow. And Shan is teeth. Okay, good. From your teeth is the cow in your head. Right? That's what I got for now. Until we can reprove this.
Yay!
Until we reprove this. Hold your hands. Until we can reprove all what we got on the board. This is what we got from the Hebrew. All right? Time? And with that, I pass the class to a priest and officer of 5,000. Yatazar.
Most High in Christ, clap it up for the class. All right, we're going to do one courtesy salute. Menavisual and Majam, which means to stand. Menavisual and Majam Shabbat and Majam Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat Tom. Majam. We're going to salute the sisters. Menavisual and Majam Shabbat and Majam Barak. Yahweh Shemar Halatam Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Make sure you go to isupk.com and pay your Passover fee and meet us